Okay, so today we have Morrissey, Loneliness Remembers What Happiness Forgets. And that's a very Morrissey-esque title, but of course, this is not a Morrissey original song. This is another cover from his album California Sun. And this is a song that has been covered by different artists, but I do believe Dionne Warwick's version was what made it famous. But anyway, we're going to get into this, talk about it after, only a little over 2 minutes long. So, I mean, we're in and we're out, so let's freaking go.
Remembers what happiness forgets. I had to lose you to recall life's not really all sunshine and laughter. Loneliness remembers what happiness forgets, and when you fall in love too fast, the sunshine doesn't last forever. After whenever a drop of rain, first came the pleasure and then the pain. We were the talk of the town. Ask anybody around, they'll let you know. We were the fire that lit the storm. No other love was as bright as ours. Then everything's turning around. Gone with the love I had found. You went away. Now I'm alone. Loneliness remembers what happiness forgets, and when you fall in love too fast, the sunshine doesn't last forever. After whenever a drop of rain,
I love this.
First came the pleasure and then came all the pain.
My goodness. There it is. Like I said, only 2 minutes, 9 seconds long. So we're in and we're out. And Morrissey, Loneliness Remembers What Happiness Forgets. He gets the point across pretty quickly. So I got to say off the top, that did not sound familiar to me. I've seen people talk about how much of a classic song this is. But yeah, I believe this is my first taste of it. And it's through Morrissey's version here. And I mean, so I don't know what the original is like, what it sounds like. I apologize. But I gotta say, from just going off of Morrissey's version here, the horns. I mean, the horn arrangements, obviously here, the string arrangements, the keyboards, Roger Manning is all over this track, and the horns. I mean, that's what grabs your attention from the get-go. It's a very bouncy horn section, I gotta say. And along with the electronic, the use of the electronics here, I guess again the synthesizer, and I mean, I almost want to say how it kind of modernizes the track. And I don't know if you think about synths being modernized, but synths are used a lot today in popular music, I'd say, by people like Sabrina Carpenter. Chappell Roan also comes to mind. But so yeah, I do like the use of the synths, and I don't think they're there long enough for me to hate them or to say that I don't like them or whatever. It's just a nice little upbeat part. Again, I feel like so much of this is upbeat. It almost sounds tropical. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but it just has a vibe to it, especially when he went into the second verse, I want to say. And his delivery got quicker. He sounded quicker. He sounded like he was in a hurry. It was very much more urgent, if I'm trying to say that. Yeah, and I don't know why, but it sounded so much groovier when he went to that part of it. But yeah, the song sounded groovy altogether anyway. Bouncy as hell, fun. It was such a bop. I mean, I was bobbing my head around like an idiot. And yeah, lively as hell. There was something that exuded. Just with the music, it exuded a bit of happiness. But then you look at the lyrics, which is what I like here. It sounds happy. It sounds cheery a bit. It sounds merry. But then you look at the lyrics, listen to what Morrissey's actually saying, and it's not that great. It's kind of dark, and we're talking about lost love, and it's just like, I feel like for this album, and I've said it all the time, he knows what songs to choose. He knows what he's good at. He knows what songs fit his voice and all that stuff. So I feel like a lot of these songs that he chose for this album are songs he wish he wrote. You know, that comes to mind. He wishes he did. But maybe he wasn't alive or was too young to have done it, and it never came to mind either. But so yeah, he finally got his voice to a song like this because it seems like such a Morrissey song. Again, these lyrics fit him to a T, because of all of his work that he's done through the Smiths or solo. And yeah, and again, I just love how there's not that many lyrics, but again, we get the point across. How much love is great. Love's so good. It's happiness. It's all rainbows and sunshine and laughter. But then when that love is going away, when it's turning, we find out, oh, we took that, you might have taken that positivity, you might have taken that love and that happiness for granted, because now we're lonely and we feel like crap. I mean, my God. But yeah, I just really enjoy it. Again, like I said, the electronic elements of the song, that usage of it. The arrangement, the horns, I mean, those are the biggest points of the track, I would say. The drum, I don't know if it's a drum sample. I was looking at the personnel. I couldn't find the drums. Maybe I'm blind as a bat. But either way, I like the drums on this too. There's a bit of a bassiness. There was the bass guitar of the song too from Sean Hurley. I did see his name. But yeah, I just really enjoyed the bassiness. Is that even a word? I don't know. But it really added to the track, and kind of was a contrast to the lightness of the track, again, with those horns and with the guitar work and stuff like that. So, yeah. And Morrissey, I mean, he sounds kind of nonchalant, I almost want to say, until, again, he gets a little bit quicker. But when it starts off, he's feeling himself a little bit. It's a strong vocal. Like, I always feel like Morrissey is a strong vocal. I don't know. But yeah, so here again. And then, yeah, when he gets a bit urgent, and maybe the urgency is there, because, I mean, we've talked about some of these lyrics before we get into it, but he talked about one point, falling in love too fast. And I feel like that goes along with why the song got a little bit urgent. But either way, yeah, I enjoyed it for what it was. I mean, again, it's only 2 minutes, 9 seconds. I mean, it's hard for me to hate it. I really enjoyed the boppiness of it. Yeah, that's a word. And just how kind of fun it was. And then again, I like how the lyrics tell a different story. Yeah, again, he knows what songs to choose. He knows what would be good for him, I think. And here we are. But anyway, let me get into these lyrics. I mean, my God. So with the first verse, loneliness remembers what happiness forgets. I had to lose you to recall. Life's not really all sunshine and laughter. And I'm sure he didn't want to lose. And we're talking about from Morrissey's perspective here, because he's the one covering the song. Yeah, I had to lose you to recall that life's not all about sunshine and laughter. I'm sure he did not want to lose this person. But once he did, he found out that, again, maybe he took the happiness, he took life for granted, because everything was great with this person, but now they're gone, and he realizes, my God, life sucks when you're lonely. Life sucks when the sunshine and the laughter are gone. Loneliness remembers what happiness forgets. And again, just from that title, I mean, such a captivating title, and it makes you think, critically about what does that mean, But yeah. Loneliness remembers. You remember what loneliness is like when the happiness goes away. I mean, yeah, I guess how you would put that. Yeah. And when you fall in love too fast, sunshine doesn't last forever. And maybe, again, we're saying this in a way you shouldn't fall in. If you fall in love too fast, maybe it works out sometimes, whatever. But maybe you are going too fast, and maybe you are, tempting fate in a way. But anyway, sunshine doesn't last forever. And yeah, not every relationship, not every marriage lasts forever. I can tell you that from somebody's parents who are not together anymore. Then we have the chorus, after and ever, a drop of rain. First came the pleasure and then the pain. And of course, the pleasure of being in this relationship, falling in love, and then the breakup happens, and there's the pain. And again, not every breakup is painful. Some of them are great. Some people get really happy when they get broken up with, but obviously that's not the story here. We were the talk of the town. Ask anybody around to let you know. Again, maybe on the outside everything seemed great, we looked happy, but maybe on the inside things were crumbling, and of course things did crumble down. And then the second verse, and this is again where it gets very danceable. I mean, my God, everything, I could just start shaking around. I mean, it just sounded great. We were the fire that lit the stove. No other love is as bright as ours, my goodness. And everything's turning, and then here's the turn, and everything's turning around. Gone was the love I had found. You went away. Now I'm alone. And you went away. Maybe again, we broke up, or maybe, I don't know if she passed away, or she, he, whatever it is, passed away. No matter what, they're gone now, and he's alone. And now he figures out, my God, I was happier when I was happy. The loneliness is back, and I forgot about that loneliness. My God, the happiness forgot about loneliness, and that's the whole point. And then we have the outro. Loneliness remembers what happiness forgets. There you go. And when you fall in love too fast, sunshine doesn't last forever. And again, I guess maybe this is one of those relationships where he fell in love too fast, and we figure out sunshine doesn't last forever. Maybe he should not have fell in love so fast. Maybe he was I don't know, maybe he was he just went into it all too fast, too quickly, and he didn't see the signs that this wasn't going to last forever, but he just wishes it would have. But either way, and after and ever, a drop of rain. First came the pleasure, and then came all the pain. And I don't know, it's such a little thing. Like, I don't even know why I'm pointing it out, but I just like, instead of, and I don't know, I guess he did not write this part, but instead of just saying, first came the pleasure and then came the pain, it's first came the pleasure and then came all the pain. Because I don't know, just it kind of gives it an extra oomph, or gives it even more pain. We figure out, oh, it's all of the pain, not just the pain, all the pain. And all the pain sounds a bit more, worse than just the pain. So, yeah, I guess that's what I guess say there. But again, I really enjoyed it for what it was, just a 2-minute bop about losing love and about being lonely again, and not missing being lonely, and forgetting how loneliness feels, because you were so happy for a bit, and what you would give to have that happiness feeling again. But I forgot to mention, though, I wanted to mention too, and I don't know if anyone's still here or not, how long people watch, but I was, after doing last week's video, Are You Sure Hank Done It This Way, a Wailing Jennings song that Morrissey covered then, that video was put onto Morrissey's website. I don't know how many times that is now, maybe 10 times that I've been put on his site, but then that video got like over 1,000 views now, a lot more views than I thought it was going to get, and a lot of people in the comments were saying, oh, you're on Morrissey's website again, which is always nice, it's always fun. And then again, people go to the channel and people watch that, and I'm like, well, my God, isn't that just beautiful? I don't make money from it because of YouTube copyright, but I just like to do it anyway and listen to music, and just to be noticed by. I don't think Morrissey runs his own site. I don't know who runs it, but I guess Morrissey must know about me somehow, or perhaps, which is just so weird to me. He knows of my existence even a little bit, so that's a bit nice. But anyway, I guess that's all I got to say. So thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. Thanks for all the support, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.